Good morning to you all. I thought we'd have a look at a rather old telephone, an old German telephone. See the number? W28. These were brought into operation in Germany in the 30s. So say from 1930s, this was their standard phone. Anyhow, this one is a bit of a mystery because I can't trace who manufactured it. Well, I can, but I'll go further. Let me turn this over. The most important part, well, I've always said the most important part, is that part we're looking at. This is the diagram. And the maker is ST or TS. If anyone knows what that company is, please let me know. I cannot find that name anywhere. There's the actual diagram itself. The number, W28 again. More information down there. I'll give as much information as I can because I would like to find out a little bit about this. I must have had this phone for quite many years. I don't know where I got it from. I'd imagine it was pre-computer type days. Computer, when I say that, I mean eBay. I don't think it was from eBay. Anyhow, let's have a look at the insides. I haven't taken the plastic or the Bakelite part off. I'm a little bit scared that I'm going to mess it up, so I've left that there. There are a couple of screws in there. There's one there. There's one the other, which I imagine probably releases the Bakelite part, which is this part at the back. You also see part of the name, ST. Unfortunately, some of the name has been lost. The cradle is made of metal. It's a metal cradle. And whether that's the date, 1140, it may be. Look, I'll give as much information as I can because I'd love to know more about this phone. Let me turn him around. Here we have now this dial is for this type of phone is a standard type of dial. You've got A to K and obviously 1 to O or 1 to 0. And note handset off. As soon as I do this, the dial is locked. So you only dial out with the handset off. A feature which is not often seen on many phones, but I know these old German phones did have that facility. Anyhow, let's have a little look inside again. I am very curious about this, and I'd like to know more. Now, see if I can show you this. I don't even know what I've done with it now. Let's see if we can see there's a name on there. It's that one there. ST and Company. That's on the one of the bell coils. So it's ST and Company. The capacitor shows another name, LB. So if anyone knows what that stands for, there's two capacitors in one, or probably condensers they'd have called those in those days. Also got another number there, 1.43. Is that the year? I don't know. I'm learning the whole time. And as regards whether I know too much about telephones, no, I don't. I'm still learning. And anything that helps out, anyone knows. I know they talk about these phones on the rotary phones, the forum in the States, and there's quite a good write-up about these. They also mention, not in this case, but some of the gongs were made of glass. So these are not. These are metal gongs. They look slightly different. There's a number in there as well. I'm trying to give as much information as I can. Whether that means anything. I would think these two bells are slightly different tones. There's more of a close-up inside. As I say, I don't want to take this bottom bit out off. There's obviously a connection there to be changed. We've got another number up there, F2. We've got a little resistor there as well. All the wiring is obviously the old style wiring. Silk covered, they look like they're silk and waxed. Terminals down there. I'm trying to show as much as I can and much information, because I'd dearly like to know about this phone. There's what's on the induction coil. The base cut plate, this part, is obviously made of steel. Looks like mild steel. Yeah, the bells sound different, so I'd say they are two dissimilar bells, which is normal in telephones. Every time I look at that, it says 143. Has that capacitor been changed at some time? It's obviously not the same manufacturer as the phone. I did point the manufacturer out. TS. If anyone knows what that is, please let me know. Now let's turn this back over. I would dearly like to see what style dial this is, but I haven't got the courage to take it off, because there's a linkage from the dial to the switch hooks, and no, I'm not going to take the dial out. So I don't know what type of mechanism it is. I know on the Siemens versions of these, Siemens Husky, the dial is the typical Siemens dial, which is quite a popular dial on certain phones. I think it's quite a good dial, but a lot of people don't. So whether this type is the same, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I haven't got the courage to take it out. There's your handset. Now the transmitter or microphone has been changed. Someone has put in a small American one from Northern Electric, so it's a bit of a bodge up, but Perhaps I did it years ago, I can't remember. But the microphone in there is not the typical one you would normally see. In fact, I think the one you'd probably see is similar to the last phone I put up from Tesla. There seems to be similarities, and I think that would probably be the style. It's an insert which you just put in, but at the moment it's been a bit of a bodge up. In your receiver, you've got the same type of receiver as we saw in that Tesla phone, which seems to be quite a common type used on the continent. Anyhow, I think that's more or less all I can say. Obviously, I think I mentioned that this part is made of Bakelite. The cradle itself, as you can see, is metal. Looks like a die-cast aluminium. And the base is, it looks like mild steel. The base again, show you what that looks. It's held in by one screw. They don't believe in putting loads of screws in. The diagram, which I've showed before, always shows it as a recap. That's that name I want to find out about, ST. And it's the same name that appears, or in part, on the back. So someone out there probably knows. If they do, let me know. Anyhow, thank you again for watching. I'll just tell you the line cord. Whether that was the original, I don't know. But it's obviously the old braided cord, and it looks like it's in good nick. I think the end I've been crafty and just put a, where is it? I can't even find it. What do I do with the end of it? Oh, there it is. An old dodge was to extend it out on a couple of easy to terminate wires. So presumably it either ended in little spades, which I doubt. It probably just ended up as bare Litz type wire. When I say Litz type wire, it's the wire that you normally find on telephones. It's that very thin stranded stuff which is wrapped around a silk or thread to give you plenty of movement and very little fatigue, and that is why they do it. But they say they're a hell of a job to solder. So that's what I think I've probably done there. So a lot of these phones, I've actually tried them out to see if they work. I couldn't connect them all up. I haven't got enough rooms for that. Anyhow, thanks again for watching. I'll pop this one up. And yeah, any comments please make. Recapping again. The dial works, but when the hand sits down, it doesn't. Anyhow, thanks for watching. I'll wait with bated breath, as you say, to find out information about it. I'd dearly like to know, and once again, to remind everyone, TS. Whatever that means. Thank you. Thank you again. Thanks.